I'm up over $50,000 with this one strategy, and I want to show you exactly how everything is below, step by step, all the details. Zebra option strategy. 80% of what I do is selling naked puts. That pays my bills every month, all my bills, all my rent, all my electric, food, everything. When I sell, 80% of my option is selling naked puts. 20% is other stuff, including Zebra. And the rule says, everything knows that 20% of what you do will make you 80% of your money. Zebra option strategy makes about, I don't know, 2-3 years of option income just from selling puts. Let me show you how to do this and how I do it. You can do your own variation. Tasty has their own variation. You pick a stock. You can pick any stock that you like. I focus, and this is what I teach. Again, link below. Everything that is below 50 bucks, that is at least what I started. Roblox, it was 74 like last week. But everything under 50 bucks is my go-to for Zebras. That's step one. My second go-to for Zebras is growth stocks. I'm not looking at McDonald's. Yes, you can do Zebra on McDonald's, or I don't know, not Walmart, because Walmart is up like 40% this year or something, but not something that's been here for like gazillions of years and move like the Dow Jones, like a Buffett stock. Okay, not this. I'm talking about stocks that can go from 20 bucks to 100 bucks in a year and a half, ideally. And that's what I'm looking for. And that's why you see my picks. I got into this is my Zebras. I'm gonna give you a trade example idea. Don't take the trade, just see an example how to build a Zebra and understand the mechanics. Celsius, HIMS, I got in at Celsius. I got in at 25. So that's a little loss. HIMS. That's a lot of people love this stock. I got in around 21, 22, but I'm gonna show you how I got in, exactly how it looks. DraftKings, I got in around 40. Robinhood, I got in around 20. And this is the money makers. Robinhood and HIMS made me $45,000 give or take so far, and the rest as well. Roblox, I got in at 40. Coco, that's the coconut water, I got in around 26. Match doesn't move much. I got in around 33. It's still 33. And Peloton as well. I got in around $5 or 480 something, and now it was 10 bucks. Went down to 8. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I'm up about 80% on the stock, but on the Zebra, it's a completely different story. Zebra is like a that's what I like to call it, a poor man leap option. That's how I do it. Let me give you an example how it looks like. So let's say, for example, let's take a look at HIMS. A lot of people like HIMS. And yes, I look at all this stuff. I'm looking for the ATR, the squeeze, the IVR, and all that. And I'm teaching you exactly how I do it. It's not perfect, but that's how I do it in the link below. But let's say you wanna do a Zebra trade on HIMS. You got a couple of options. If you click on trade, you can say I'm going long stock. Option number one out of the three is going long stock. You buy 100 shares. 100 shares, for the example, will cost you $4,348. Okay, as of today's price. I'm not doing a trade. I'm just showing you your options. This is option one. You can buy 100 shares. Okay, that's great. Option two, and I'm doing option three. Option two is you go here over. For me, it was about 500 days. Okay, so that's a different story. For me, it was about 500 days, 550, all that stuff. Now your option is either this or this. It's up to you. So I'm just doing this for tax. You can do, Tasty says you can do for 3 months, for 1 month, for 6 months. I like to do anything that's under 50 bucks and anything that's over a year, just because you're gonna hold those options just like Lips, but Lips are in a different story. So one option, look at this. You gotta understand how things work. You buy 100 shares, every dollar, this is the key. The delta is the key for this strategy. Every dollar that this stock moves up, HIMS goes from 42.50 to 43.50, you're up $100. Great. Great. Now there's nothing wrong with that. Great. If it goes down $100, you are down $100 as well. So that's something to consider. Okay, we know this. I hope you know this. If HIMS goes from 42 to 52, you're up $1,000. Great, good for you. But you need to put $4,350 on the line. For me, it was 2,000 times 5, $10,000. I did 5,000 on each. Okay, I did 5 on those, and that's basically how I'm up about 44, 45K as of now. Why? Because HIMS is a money maker almost for 400 pips up, and Roblox is getting to be a money maker. Okay. Let's go back. Option 1. Option 2 is to buy lips, which I'm just gonna show you the difference. So let's say you go here to the same thing. You go to January 2027. You want to buy lips. You don't want to buy $4,300, 100 shares. So you're gonna look at the 90 delta, something like this. 92. Let's do the $20 right here. 90 delta right here. It costs you. Look at this. $2,800. Great. That's better than 4,300. You have an option to buy 100 shares. This is lips. I'm doing poor man covered lips. I'm calling it is zebra. I'm calling it poor man covered lips. Okay, my invention as of now. $2,800 buying power compared to 4,300, and as long as HIMS keeps going up, every dollar, that's the key. It's 42.50 now. It goes up $1. You're making $90, 82.32. So you have one option to buy 100 shares and pay 4,300. Option number 2, you buy one leap for the same date, same everything, and every dollar that they go up, you are making $90. I get it. I prefer to get paid $90. And my buying power is 2,800 compared to 4,300. That's good. That is pretty good in my book, capital efficiency. And of course, if HIMS goes below $20 by expiration, you lost your money. You lost 2,800. That's the risk. If you have 100 shares and it goes to, I don't know, $10, you still have 100 shares. Sure, you bought in at 4,000 and now it's worth 1,000, but you still owe 100 shares. If HIMS goes to 1999 by expiration, you lost your leap. But for that risk, you're paying less buying power and you enjoy 90% of the upside move. So I don't know if you know lips, but it's good. Don't get me wrong, I like lips. I just prefer to do the poor man version. Why? Because I like to use capital efficiency on Tasty. That's why I sell naked puts with a third of the buying power that Robinhood asks, and that's what I do. Capital efficiency, velocity of money, all that good stuff, including yield max, YMax, and other stuff that I do on Robinhood that are not on this channel. Let's continue. 2,800. That's lips. What is a zebra? Zebra is basically a combination of the same thing, but it's a poor man covered lips. You do 2. This is how it builds. You do 2 of the 90, okay? You do 2. You buy 2. Long term, same thing, same everything. Of course, I teach you on the link below when to buy, when to get in, all that good stuff. Today is not a good day to get in, just from a volatility perspective, nothing to do with the stock itself. Just from volatility, I would not buy today the zebra, but you can learn more when to actually buy. So how does it build? You do 2 of those. You look at the price, but you also look at the delta. Again, the zebra and the lips, this is all delta based. We only care about the delta. You look at the delta, which is 2 of those. Now it's 180. You buy 2 around 90 delta. Okay, so now we're at 180. We are looking to sell just one of about 90 delta, not 90, like you want to make this about 100. The same thing, like the lips, between 90 and 95. So now we have 178 together, 90 plus 90, Okay, 89 plus 89 is 180. I'm looking for 90 delta. 90 delta could be this one, 88, okay? But this will give me, let's see, and you do sell, but you sell just one. Let's change the quantity to 1, okay? And then, let's see what you got now. Now you got 90 delta for the same buying power. Interesting, because the volatility is super expensive. Let's say the 25, that's more reasonable. Okay, no, it's the same thing. It's the okay. Let's repeat. 90 delta, the same thing, but here's the kicker. Now you got yourself 2. Okay? You got 2 and 1. Honestly, this is a bad example. I would go with all of those that are in the negative. That's what I do in the course below. But just so you know, okay, understand, for this stock that just moves up, because it says 10% jump in the last 5 days in volatility, then the buying power is the same as lips. Not theoretically, all the zebras that I have opened, the buying power is about a third of this one. So let's say instead of 2,800, it's about 1,800, 2,000 bucks. For about 2,000 bucks for this specific trade. You can do the lips, which is great, but I would do the lips if I would take this trade today, which I will not do this today because nothing fits my criteria volatility wise. But just an FYI, to do a zebra trade, and again I go into much more details in the link below. 2, you buy 2 far deep in the money, far into the future, at least a year, just for tax efficiency. That's how I do it on stocks that are under 50, and you sell 1 a little bit above that, so your delta will be 90 bucks. You try to do this with the lip. You will see, let's say lip will give you 3,000, zebra will give you 2,000. What does the zebra has to do? Why is it better? First, the buying power is reduced by a third on an optimal case, which I show you example, as I said, link below. And you also get more in here. So for example, it works really well on Peloton. Let me just show you quickly. If you go to Peloton, for example, for this one, okay, and you look at the, let's say the price now is $8. So you do, let's say, for the example, you do 5, you do 2 of the 5, okay, and you see delta 170, and then this is 75. You do 1 of this. Let's remove there we go. So now your delta is 94. Okay, delta 94. If I remove this, if you do just one, okay, just one lip, $5 lip, that's a better example. There we go, better example, because the IV in volatility is 37% down, and if the volatility is down, it means the options are cheap. So that's a day, assuming all the other stuff that I teach, all the filters, all the settings are aligned. It's a good day to go long term with zebra. So you can do lips, okay? For example, one lip, it costs you $500, and every dollar that Peloton goes up, you make $84 instead of 100 shares that you make $100. But if you do lips, if you do zebras, I apologize, if you do zebra, this is 2, and you take this and you make this as 1. No, let's do this again. This is, there we go. Let's remove this, just this one, and change this to 1. Now instead of 500 buying power, exactly what I want to show you, it's $350 in buying power. That means that you save 30% in buying power, and look at this, the delta is even higher, 94%. Why? Because the IV, the implied volatility, is down 40% on average for the last 5 days. It means the options are cheap. The options are cheap. This is theoretically a good day to go long on basically on Peloton, Zebra, if you want, if you think they can recover, if all of this, okay? And of course, if it goes below 5, you lost your money. Now, if you do 10 of those, just for the example, okay, and I have about 50, but if you do 10 of those, just so you can see, 10 of those is only 1,800 buying power, but if you remove this And every dollar that Peloton moves, let's say they go back to, I don't know, $160 in a year, which I don't think they will, but even if they go up to $20-30, it's good for me because I got in at 5. But every dollar that this stock goes up, you made instead of just buying 500 shares. Okay, if you bought 500 shares at $8, that's about, I don't know, $4,000, 4,000 something. But if you just do the zebras, your buying power is 1,800, and every dollar that the stock goes up, instead of making 500 for 4,000 something buying power, you are getting paid $470 the delta movement. So that's good. Now if you remove this, okay, let me show what happened here. If you remove this, okay, just so you see the lips, remember 1,800, let's remove this. We just have the zebras, but you don't have 10, you have 5 because you don't do double. You have 5 zebras, so instead of 1,800, your buying power, this is exactly what I want to show you, is 2,500, and your delta is even low. Why your delta is even low? Because you have 5, you don't have 10. Okay, so you're making still making good money, $425 compared to 470 or something that we saw in the zebra. But the goal is the buying power 30% less. Instead of 2,500, your buying power is only 1,800. And if you have 50, it's a different story. Yeah, so that's how Zebra works. To get into more details, you can check the course below and all the other stuff that I have. There's a free course, there's an advanced course, there's trade ideas, there's option strategies on Tasty, a lot of things that you never heard about other than Tasty channel itself. So feel free to join. It's free to join. I'll see you inside.